time for baby girl's first vet visit. So Dr. Emily came out and she looked at the baby girl eating. Salem obviously had to make his entrance. He just kind of finds a way into every video these days, but she's such a sweet and friendly baby, so that made everything a little bit easier. But you'll see, she gets very tired of our shenanigans. You know, she was putting up with the stethoscope. She was putting up with having her ears and her eyes and her nose looked at. But then she starts getting a little wily when we're just restricting her movement. You know, she's been like, I've been able to move however I've wanted all night long. Why do I have to stand here for y'all? I was also happy to see Ethel was a lot more maternal this morning than last night. She was very tired last night, and so she was a little lackadaisical in, you know, like stimulating the baby, and so I was having to do a lot of the footwork. But this morning, she was nickering to her. She was very vocal, you know, kind of worried about us being with her baby. She was a very tolerant mare, but I was really happy to see that she was taking that motherly role a little more seriously than last night. We took baby's temperature, did not like that. Was not a fan whatsoever, but you know, who could blame her? Like, she's like, why have so many little things been poked into me in the last few hours, you know? And I don't blame her. So once we had listened to her heart and her lungs and she looked at her legs and took her temperature, we did give her a little break. And she went and had a little angry breakfast right after that. You know, that's every baby we have, whenever we do something that they don't like, immediately they go nurse angrily. And it's the funniest thing. So then after she had her break, we took a little look into her eyes. We did go ahead and take blood for her IgG test because, you know, we saw that she was nice and spry this morning. We saw her nursing quite a bit, but every single foal that we have on this farm, we try within 12 hours to take the IgG test to monitor if they got enough of the antibodies from their mom's colostrum. And we did find she actually had a little bit of a low IgG score. So generally you want your foal to score 800 and above. Now, 400 is what she scored, and it's not terrible. Like, you probably could get away with saying, she's probably fine, but we're not doing that. So after we checked out Ethel checked out great, didn't tear, took the foal alert out really quick. No bruising, no nothing. She is literally perfect. We let that IgG test go. It takes about 7 minutes. And while we did that, we also looked at the placenta. So the placenta passed really, really quickly with Ethel, which was amazing. Sometimes that's like the last holdup, like it was with Ginger. And everything was there. You always want to make sure that there's nothing retained in the mama. That can cause like sepsis. It can cause infections. So you always want to be on top of the placenta and gather it so that the vet can examine it. And then, of course, we had to go say hi to Teddy and Ginger and congratulate them on their new baby sister and aunt. So we're waiting on Dr. Emily to come back with the plasma later. So stay tuned for that. You know, honestly, she's probably fine, but we are not going to go with probably. We're going to make sure and go the extra mile. And so, you know, we got this far. It's like, I don't want to settle for mediocre levels with any of my babies. And so that's why we check. That's why we double check and do blood tests right off the bat and try to get the vet out here as soon as we can within that 12-hour period of them being born. So let me know if you have any questions and stay tuned for later.